Alright, what you see here is a Casablanca Delta ceiling fan and the very uncommon brown finish. These are fans I've been wanting to get for quite some time. It's the first generation of Deltas before the extremely common Delta 2 came out. Though in certain finishes they are pretty hard to find, like the black finish, the Ferrari red finish, and several other finishes as well. But the Deltas are actually somewhat harder to find due to the fact that they weren't sold as long as the Delta 2s. So they were sold to like the early to mid 80s. I think 85 might have been like the last year that they sold these. I'm not 100% sure, or maybe 84. But yeah, this one is from May of 1983. It's the 720th fan made that day. And there's a tag. It came with this really nice light fitter that's the same exact finish as the fan. Another reason why I love this fan. It has these nice walnut blades. I think look pretty nice on a fan. Gives it a very nice vintage look to it, but also it kind of gives it a somewhat modern finish. Somewhat of a modern look to it due to the fact that the brown finish kind of gives it a newer look. So if it was like a brass finish, it would make it look more dated. And here are the two Casablanca pulls. These are not original to the fan, I just put them on just so it looks more complete for the video. And yeah, it's a very nice fan. I really do love it a lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and show it with the light. As you can see, it does work. Alright, show off the lights around me to test how much light it gives off. It lights up the space well. It would be good for like a spot that you don't need a lot of lighting, because it only uses one bulb. Yeah, it's really dope how this fan looks with the light on. Let's go ahead and start off on a low speed. This gonna be the same fan that kind of looks very similar to like how a Hunter original the chestnut brown finish would look with Schoolhouse Globe and the walnut blades. Hence the reason why I like this fan so much. Basically, this finish column was very childhood for me, and with the 4-blade and Schoolhouse configuration. Yeah, I've always been wanting to get a Delta 1, and the fact that I got one in this finish makes it even more special. Definitely want to try to get one in the black finish and the classic, or I don't know if they made it in just a regular Snow White. I don't think they did, from what I've been told. I'd like to get a white one and a antique brass and polished brass one at some point. Not all at once, but at least I got the brown one off the list, which might be the hardest one to find aside from the black one. I'm not sure which one's more difficult to find though. Alright, let's go ahead and show off the light. Blades are somewhat out of alignment. It's partially the blade arms, and at the same time, I did have one of the other blades, one of the 4 blades facing a different way than how it was when it was installed, so it's kind of bent a tiny bit upwards, or slightly warped upwards a tiny bit. But it's only because I put that side facing up, downwards / up, because one side was more beat up, scratch-wise, so I'd rather have the more appealing side facing down. Yeah, let's go ahead and move it up to medium. Definitely see this like in a older themed, like a very classy restaurant of some sort, a diner, an old church, an old library, Like even in old school, so many places I can see this installed. It finishes obviously making it a vintage look, but honestly, I feel like this brown finish kind of it definitely would work in a more modern install, just because there's a lot of brown furnishings nowadays, so it would look dated looking somewhat, but at the same time it would fit with it just fine. Like if you had like an all brown kitchen with like woodworking, and like I feel like this would look really nice in there. Or maybe if you to like put like more darker set of blades on it, could give it somewhat of a modern look too. It's definitely one of my favorite fans in the collection. Out of the class, well, actually, I can't say the top three because there's a fourth one that still hasn't been revealed yet. That would be in the top 4 favorite ones. All right, I'm gonna show off the white. Oh, it's at medium speed. But yeah, like the restaurant that I got the Black Hunter original from, I could see like, or even like where the Real Seafoods used to have the brown original. I feel like this fan would look really nice in a restaurant with that type of theme. There's a lot of restaurants I can see this looking really nice in. Or even like a rustic themed restaurant too. Or like in a log cabin of some sort, it would look nice. But yeah, it's definitely a powerful fan. And it's a Casablanca fan back from the early 80s. The Casablanca fans have been known for holding up in quality over the years. Not as much like they used to be. The new ones aren't as well made, but it's still great fans. But this one's definitely a natural beauty of their past designs. Shut it off the white and move the fan up to high speed. Yeah, Brandon got this originally from Chris Chandler, and Brandon had a second one of these. It was no longer down on it, and he sold me this one. I was surprised he was selling me this one, considering it actually had a white kit with it. But hey, it works out better for me. I actually have more use out of it with a white kit than trying to find a white kit that would match it. I could have, yeah. I know some people would just put an antique brass white kit on it, but the fact that it has its own matching finish to a white kit on it makes it more valuable to me. And he probably knows I want to know how much use out of one of the longer down runs, since I don't really have that high of a testing rig like he does. But I don't have that much space to test a fan hanging that low. But, yeah, it's definitely moving a great amount of air. This one does have a 52-inch blade span. There are some of them that came with a 50-inch blade span. I like the 50-inch one more. That's only because it gives it more of a Casablanca look, in my opinion. But I really do like how it looks with the 52-inch blade arms as well. It's just probably so used to seeing Casablanca fans with just shorter blade arms, which is what they're mostly known for having compared to having blade arms like these. White was on a high speed. For a fan that's nearly 40 years old, definitely runs very well still, and it's in very good shape. It just goes to show you the quality of older fans. A lot of them were made. Not all older fans are good quality ones. Like there's a lot of GE event looking fans that are very similar to these that are very flimsy. We like them because they're vintage fans, but in all honesty, a lot of them are very cheap quality fans. But this is goes to show you how a fan that's actually a good quality fan can hold up very well over the years as long as it's taken care of. Same thing with the newer fans, as long as they take care of them, they will hold up well if they're a good quality one. Whether they last as long as these older ones without needing any repairs to them, that we're not sure yet because we still need to wait and see. Shut it off and you spin down. Forgot that it's only just one pole. But yeah, back to what I was saying. The fact that like you see a lot of older fans that still like running well, holding up better compared to the majority of the newer fans, like from Home Depot and such, or Lowe's, Walmart. Kind of just goes to show you how, despite them being dated, a lot of people still do prefer have like older fans in some ways. Like in the Dominican Republic, I know that's something that a lot of people prefer is to keep the older fans instead of replacing them with newer ones, because they know they hold up a lot better and last longer without needing any like TLC and such. Yeah, this might be the last fan I test here before I leave the Dominican Republic. I might be testing one more, but depends how much free time I have. Do like test fans and such instead of like I have other stuff I had to get done too. So there's that. Let's come to a complete stop. Yeah, I think I didn't reverse it. Yeah, I didn't. Now here's reverse low. Definitely would love to find a Hunter original and a chestnut brown finish at some point. It's on my want list along with a polished brass one or a bright brass one. 4-blade, obviously, for both of them. I like the 5-bladed ones, but the 4-bladed ones are somewhat more childhood for me. Since there was many restaurants that I'd see that had the chestnut brown ones with the 4-blade configuration, and the 4-bladed bright brass one was more childhood for me. And the 5-bladed one, because I never saw a 5-bladed one in person. I've seen a lot of chestnut brown 5-bladed ones too, but the 4-bladed ones I just thought looked cooler. I'm not sure how hard these are to find. I don't know if they're like as uncommon enough to like be like in the Fanimation Museum. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do know that these are pretty sought after and neat. But well, basically almost any Casablanca fan is very sought out for in the brown finish. Basically the same goes for any Casablanca fan in the black finish as well. So, but I just don't know if those are like rare enough to be in the museum, for an example. I know like the Ferrari red finish is a lot more. It's a bit harder to find, but yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move it up to the high speed on reverse. Alright. Try it off, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.